sponsored by Whole Foods and Children's Mercy Hospital. Each week I go into the kitchen of one of our wonderful chefs and we prepare their signature dish together. These chefs take a great deal of care about selecting the best foods to make the best recipes. And part of what they do is work with farmers to get organic and local foods to help take care of our earth as well as ourselves. We got together and said, you know, our children today in America are battling a serious challenge. And that challenge is child obesity and being overweight. 1 in 3 of our children are fighting one of those 2 things. What can we do together to help teach and learn about good food and good cooking? So Children's Mercy Hospital and Whole Foods Market has joined in the kitchen with Bonnie to help bring this series to you. We're beginning with our very first show, and you are part of the first show, and it's called Breakfast on the Go. And our purpose is, how can we come together and get the best foods for a nutritious breakfast quickly? So a couple of things are going to happen today. 1, you're going to learn some new tricks about getting a nutritious breakfast within seconds. The second thing is having fun in the kitchen with your parents, making that nutritious breakfast on a day when you might have a little more time. So to do this, we've invited chefs here from 2 restaurants. Actually, they volunteered. One is Chef Josh Ians, and he is from, are you still juggling? No, there you are. Chef Josh is from Blomberger's, and his 4-year-old son, Elliot, is going to be helping him. And we have Chef Martin Woods, and he's from Yaya's, and he's going to be having some helpers to make this breakfast as well. So I want to thank you for participating, for caring about the future of our children. You know, there's nothing more important than all of you, because you're going to be our future teachers, engineers, doctors, lawyers. We need to make sure you're strong and healthy to do that. So to begin, we're going to talk to Dr. Sarah Hampel. Dr. Hampel is with Children's Mercy Hospital and Whole Food Clinic. She's going to give us some tips about healthy food and healthy living. Doctor? Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Sarah. Can you give us some basic information about what we as Americans are dealing with our children today?
Sure, we're related to children's weight. We do know, like you said, that 1 in 3 kids today are either overweight or obese, and this number has really nearly tripled since 30 years ago. So we're really dealing with an epidemic of kids in excess weight. But in addition, and specific to the topic today about breakfast, we're dealing with more kids than ever that are skipping breakfast. In fact, 1 in 5 tweens, which are 9 to 13-year-olds, and 1 in 3 teens today is skipping breakfast. And that means that they're missing out on a lot of nutrition. So some of the things that we get concerned about kids skipping breakfast are that, number 1, they are more likely to actually carry excess weight. Number 2, if they skip breakfast in childhood and their teenage years, they're more likely to skip breakfast as adults. And thirdly, they miss out on a lot of nutrients, including vitamins A, C, many of the B vitamins, magnesium, calcium, fiber, and lots of those things they are not making up during other meals during the day, so they're actually undernourished when they're starting off the day without eating breakfast. So,
which seems surprising that our children would be undernourished, but don't we have studies that reflect the impact that has on them in the classroom?
Right, we really know that kids that start out the day with breakfast are able to concentrate better, they're thinking better, they're learning more efficiently, they're able to perform better in the classroom. And in addition, then they don't tend to be starving at lunchtime, so their intake at lunchtime is likely to be healthier.
We're going to have these recipes that you're going to be able to enjoy today, but we're also going to have nutritional information in what you call, is it the happy plate?
The plate model.
The plate model. And it shows what the plate should look like. It's half fruit and vegetables. See, they were teaching me. It's a round plate that's half fruit and vegetables, 1/4 protein and 1/4 a nutritious Whole Foods. We asked one time and they said yes, and the chefs came up and volunteered because you all are very important to us. Jennifer is also helping to contribute to the future of our country and is the marketing director here at Whole Foods Market. So before we ever get into our kitchen, when we go shopping in the store, what are some of the things we need to be shopping for? What healthy items should be in our pantries?
All right, well, just to follow what we were just discussing, something that's pretty fascinating is right now only 7% of the American diet comes from fruit or vegetables. So when we were talking earlier about
50%.
the half a plate model coming from fruits and vegetables, we're certainly missing that as a country. And then another statistic to throw on that is, of that 7%, half of that comes in the form of potatoes, such as French fries and chips. Now, that's pretty scary. So just a starting comment is, when you do go grocery shopping, no matter where you go grocery shopping, make sure that you're walking the perimeter of the store first. That's where you're going to have the freshest foods available to you, and that's where you're going to get the most nutrients, basically the most nutrient per bite that you can possibly get. So make every bite count.
So that's kind of true for the way most stores are. Just go all around the outside of the store first. Okay.
Yes. Now, I say that, please be aware of how long, meats and things like that can be out, but it's a really good place to start. Now, of course, you need some things to stay in your pantry, and the things that you want to have staples in your pantry would be things like beans. You can do canned or dried beans, the rices, the pastas, the breads. Potatoes keep for a really long time. Anyone who hasn't done dried beans before, they stay so long and they're really, really easy to cook, so don't let them scare you. Other things to keep in mind would be canned fruits, canned vegetables. When you're looking for those things, though, please look for something that's low sodium, and that when you're looking for like the fruit juice type things, that canned, let's say mandarin oranges, make sure that it's preserved in an actual fruit juice versus something sugary. That helps as far as the nutritional content.
And you're not talking about expensive items because myths. Oh, eating healthy is too expensive and it takes too much time. And those are two of the myths that we're trying to dispel today. So healthy, nutritious food does not need to be expensive food.
Exactly. You're just basically looking for something that's been minimally processed. So those types of canned fruits and vegetables can qualify for that. Soups, you can do the canned soups, again, low sodium. Read the ingredients, check it out.
Read the ingredients.
Yeah. If the general rule of thumb is, if you can't pronounce it,
don't eat it.
Yeah. That's the general rule. But those are some things. Also, you want to have a little bit of oil in your pantry, like olive oil for cooking, just a little bit. Some dressings are nice to have on hand so that you can do a salad. And let's see, do we do cereal?
Whole grain cereals.
Whole grain cereals. I think besides, of course, the spices and herbs, those keep a pretty good time. Just really have on there too.
So well-rounded, and I would like you all to know that Whole Foods has taken responsibility to be helpful with providing nutrition to all the people in our community, and one of them is with a salad bar program, which I'm learning about.
Yes, basically what's going on is this year our stores as a company are raising money to help fund salad bars in schools. And so essentially this store has already raised, last I knew about, it's over $3,000. So we've already raised enough for one salad bar for the community. It's something that schools can apply for starting in September through November. And we'd love to get salad bars in schools, essentially. It's a great way to help out the community. As a company, we've already raised over $500,000, I think, in a matter of 2 weeks.
Wow.
People are really embracing it.
So you might go to your school and ask if they've applied for a salad bar program through Whole Foods because they're raising money for that. And also, food stamps we've traditionally believed have not enabled people to have as much access to fresh fruits and vegetables, and there is a program with food stamps.
Yes, a lot of the different, for example, our store, we accept with the women and infants and children cards, the EBT, electronic benefits cards, and then just the general, what you think of as being food stamps. We accept
farmers markets these days.
throughout the
just have to look
community.
for the logo.
So, and a real effort is being made to get fresh, local, organic, sustainable to everyone. Well, what we're going to do now is cook. And our first chef, Jennifer, thank you, and thank you for hosting this. Our first chef is going to be Chef Martin Woods, and his first dish is going to be multi-grain pancakes. And again, spending quality time together with your children, you might choose to do that around making food together. So you have the time together. You're also sending a message to them about taking the time to eat healthy. Hello, I'm Bonnie Rabikoff, and this week we are launching a special feature. It is Cooking with Kids. It is to address healthy eating and the issues of child obesity. To do that, we are in the cooking studio at Whole Foods Market. This has been sponsored by Children's Mercy Hospital and Clinics. I'm with Executive Chef Martin Woods, again from Yaya's, who has volunteered his time to provide some recipes for healthy eating for children, and he has two very special helpers with him.
Elizabeth and Hannah, yeah.
Elizabeth and Hannah. And how old are you two?
7
And 5. And you're going to help Chef Martin make multi-grain pancakes. Chef, where do we start?
Okay, well, we've got all the ingredients together. We got the dry stuff here, and we got the wet stuff. We got some buckwheat flour, cornmeal, baking soda, baking powder, some salt, blueberries, maple syrup, a little bit of vinegar, soy milk, and some bananas, which are already a little mushy. Elizabeth, can you grab me the cornmeal, the yellow one? Just dump it in there.
That's simple enough.
Wheat. And then we'll go with the buckwheat next.
Do you want to do the okay?
You're gonna share it. Okay, and who's gonna do the baking powder? It's one or the other. Sweet. And baking soda.
So you can get all your ingredients pre-measured and
A little bit of salt.
prep
Salt
bowls, and the kids can help put it together.
Okay, Elizabeth, you're gonna put those bananas in there for me. Bring that over a little bit. Spoon it in. Super easy. You grab it all. You want to just throw it all.
So see, you could have helped mush up the bananas. That's a technical cooking term.
It is.
You could have
You're quite right, Bonnie.
I know. You
Very
can do
much.
that. Mush.
And next up, let's put a little bit of vinegar in there. And last, who wants to do the milk? Don't spill it though. Yeah, it's pressure.
Yeah, oh, here
it's
we go.
pressure.
Bravery in the
Yes,
kitchen.
right. Okay,
And
good job.
I should say, yes. And you could use milk or soy milk, depending
Yeah. Just
you know, if there's any lactose intolerance, soy milk is great. If not, milk.
okay. So just whisk it up a little bit, and then we'll just have the dry in there.
And then it comes together and it looks like pancake mix, doesn't it?
That's
Only
what-
we
that's what
did
it's
it in
supposed to look like,
minutes, just
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, and you can do, I mean, like we were saying before about the ease of it and everything. So it's really easy to get together. You can do a big batch of it and then do them
And
all
go
and
for
then
it.
freeze them and do all that kind of thing. Okay, so we got the batter together. You want to dump those blueberries in there for me? Thanks, Elizabeth. Throw them all. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna spray it up a little bit just to make sure it doesn't stick. I'm gonna try and do little ones, I think. That's the deal.
So that's what you want to do. You want to hear the sizzle of the pancake when it goes in the pan or on the griddle, because that means it's hot enough.
And then what we're looking for in the pan, and you'll see soon, is that you'll get little bubbles coming up around the outside of it. And then when you get that going, then it's kind of sets up on the bottom, and then you can flip it over.
So we're looking for bubbles on the top of the pancakes, and then we know they're ready to turn over.
Yeah.
And you can add any kind of fruit. I guess
Yeah,
you
yeah,
put
do
strawberries in
whatever
or
you want
do
to
whatever
do.
you want.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a little stuck. Just edge them out.
Yum.
Yummy.
Hello, I'm Bonnie Rabikoff, and this week we are at the cooking studio at Whole Foods with a new feature called Cooking with Kids. We're about to make our second dish. It's breakfast pizza. It's a way for you to spend quality time with your children while providing a nutritious meal for them. With us is Executive Chef Martin Woods from Yaya's. We have two special helpers with us. We have Sophie and Keegan. You are armed and possibly dangerous with those spoons. They're almost as big as you are. You ready to help, Chef?
Yeah.
Okay, Chef, what do we need to do for our breakfast pizza?
Okay. Basically, we're just doing a pizza, but we're going to use, as the base, we're going to use a whole wheat tortilla. We use a multigrain one. Those are really healthy ones out there. So just
Really
use that as a
healthy,
base.
healthy as a goal.
Okay, so we're going to, on the base, we're going to use a little bit of pesto. You can buy that as well. You can make it as well at home. Just stick a little spoon in there and then just spread it all around for yourself. Yeah. I'll hold that for you. That way you do that.
So, and you
That's
could
it,
use
and then
other
just spread it away on the bun.
You could use other spreads as well besides pesto, but this
Yeah.
particular one, and you can also use different tortillas. You could use
Any kind. Totally.
chili pepper, white, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then while Sophie's doing that, we're going to just get together our hot ingredients, which we're going to saute some
Okay.
here. So we'll fry that up. A little bit of the vegetable spray.
So we're trying to keep the fat content low.
Yeah, and this is an easy way to do it.
Okay, so we're heating up the pan, and we've already prepared.
I got my spoon.
And you have your spoon.
You're good.
We've already prepared. What do we have here for
Okay,
the
right.
pizza? We've got.
All right, we got some Korean mushrooms,
Yes.
spinach, red onion, tomato, egg whites, which is breakfast.
Yes.
And then we got some mozzarella cheese.
There you go.
Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to get together the onions, the mushrooms, and the spinach, and just cook them down a little bit.
Okay.
Then I'm going to add the egg whites to it.
Yes.
Cook
Oh, like
that
a
out.
little mini or
Kind of, yeah.
bring it together. Okay.
Scramble it up a little bit, and then we're going to throw that on top, and then we're going to put the tomato and the mozzarella on top, like finish it like pizza.
And then put it in the oven.
We should do that.
Okay, we'll do that. So the chopping here you might want to do yourself, but the rest of it the kids are going to be putting on the pizza. Yum, mushrooms. But you could use button mushrooms.
Yeah, totally. There's nothing in particular with that. So we're just going to let those go a little bit with my horse and a big spoon.
Yeah, big.
Because we're not using a lot of oil or fat or anything, we just use the spray.
Yes.
You can just add a little bit of water to this.
So as soon as that's happened, in goes the spinach.
We'll just move that around a little bit. You want to get your fork in there just for a little minute, just move it around.
Do some stirring. What are these bracelets?
They're called silly bands, and like when you tell
And you both have silly bands on.
I have the ring ones.
And you have a silly ring band and a okay. Do you have to be silly to wear it? No, you don't have
Kind
to.
of,
Well,
a little bit,
Martin,
no.
you might want to get a silly band.
I would
because
like that, absolutely.
He needs the silly band.
Look at that.
If
They're
you want
awesome.
one, you can have.
Really?
Oh,
That's
how generous
awesome.
is
That's
that?
super nice. We're going to add the egg whites in there.
Okay. How many
then-
egg whites do we have in there?
I think it's well, it looks like 2. I thought it was, yeah, it is. So Sophie, we can just move it around like you would
Sophie,
be
it's your
normally
turn.
doing
And you
with
can only do this if you have a silly band on.
A silly band?
You cannot do
a
this.
silly band and the biggest
Chef.
spoon ever. You gotta
And the
have one of
biggest
those.
spoon.
You're doing a great
Don't
job.
you think he talks to me?
Really? Are you sure?
That's what
Come
happens.
on, heads up.
Oh, okay.
Yay, I got a silly
Chef,
one
You're
too.
gonna have to wear this now. You have your very own silly band, which seems so appropriate.
Thank you.
There we go. Do either of you help your mommies in the kitchen?
Sometimes.
No. I heard
Sometimes.
sometimes. Sophie, is this going to be a change here? I'm going to have to talk to your mother because, okay, because I think you're going to need to help her in the kitchen.
Okay, so
a
we're
little
just
bit of
gonna do a
salt.
little
You
bit
see
of
what
salt.
Chef did?
And
Salt.
then if you want to have some pepper, you can have it.
Okay.
Some people
Who
don't like
wants
to
to
have a
crack
little
the
bit.
pepper? Me.
Oh.
Okay, both of you do one little crack.
He's super
A little
excited to
crack.
get it.
Yeah, but cracking pepper is, moment in time.
It's yeah.
Very good. Okay, why are we cracking pepper? Because it tastes better than the pepper. There you go.
Yeah, because when you crack it, you get all
It's
the
a real
aromatics
fresh.
and everything.
There we go.
Right.
This is the transparent part here with the hot
Gonna
stuff.
spoon that on.
But
little bit.
the kids could help with the tomato.
Can I have my
and
spoon?
Oh no, I
Wait,
stole
we
it.
need you to help with the cheese
You can hold your
and the
spoon now. You gotta have the
tomatoes. Will you
spoon.
help that? Yeah, we have to
Good.
hold ours.
All right, so I messed that up a little bit.
Pacifier, okay.
Let's do this. The spoons are awesome. Okay, so we got that mix on there, and then we're just gonna add some tomatoes. Sophie, you wanna just? You can get your hands in there. Get your hands in there. Yeah.
Okay, your hands are
And then
the
sprinkle it on.
best kitchen tools. Clean hands. They came before kitchen tools.
Yeah.
I'll hold this spoon.
I got it.
With your silly whatever thing.
I got the
on.
silly.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with my silly
Very happy
man.
with your silly man. That is a gorgeous.
Perfect.
Doesn't
Look at
that
that.
look like a gourmet chef did it, and the two of
Yeah.
you both did that.
Super easy.
That's going to go in the oven. We want to
That's it.
thank both of you for being our sous chefs. That means you assisted the executive chef.
Fantastic.
But now we're going to actually ask you to taste it. So you have to be our official tasters, okay? So we're going to put this. So we are in the kitchen at the cooking studio at Whole Foods in our new series, Cooking with Kids. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Executive Chef Josh Ians from Blonde Burgers is going to be cooking with his 4-year-old son, Elliot. Elliot, thank you for agreeing to come and help Daddy. We're going to make granola. Granola is a great breakfast food. It is also a great snack food. Chef, how do we begin? And your sous chef, Master Elliot.
Yes, everybody, this is Elliot. He's my good helper today. The fun thing with granola, I think, is that everybody likes it, but sometimes it can be really expensive at the store, especially to get a nice granola. So this is a fun way that's easy. It's really easy to make, to cook with your kids. It's not an intimidating thing. So
we're going to go for
we're
it.
going to start. We're going to put in a little bit of canola oil.
So this is a warm pan. Yep.
We're just wanting to warm it up, the canola oil with the butter.
It's kind of warm.
It
That's
is
all
kind of
right.
warm. Oh,
Whoa.
good job.
Will you put this in now, buddy? This is the honey.
I like honey.
I know you.
Yeah, we saw you sampling it earlier.
Everybody likes honey.
Yeah.
Make it kind of sweet.
It will make it sweet, but it's a good sweet. It's got lots of nutrition in the sweet. What next,
This
Chef?
is molasses.
I'm not allergic to that.
No, you're not allergic to molasses. We've learned a new word today. Allergic.
A little bit of salt, just because you always want a little bit of salt in there.
Oh, and we know
Dump
to
that
shake
right
it.
in, nicely done. And then this is
Okay.
vanilla extract.
I'm not allergic to this.
Nope, you're not allergic to vanilla extract either. Yeah.
Okay, Elliot, now will you stir all that
Ooh,
together?
does that smell so
Yes.
good?
Stir that together
that
for
smells
me.
good. Okay, now we're going to
Just stir it nice and gentle.
Gentle.
So we're just gonna let that warm up, and while you're
Okay.
doing that, get a nice big bowl, and we're gonna take our rolled oats and put those in.
I know how to put that in.
Elliot, will you grab that bowl for me?
How about this one?
This
What is this?
Some grape nut cereal, and then we're gonna do some wheat germ. Pour that in.
I am
Great
allergic to this,
nutrition
I
here.
said.
There we go,
Perfect.
Elliot.
Oh, I think we're supposed to do the brown sugar in
I'm
here
not
too.
allergic to that.
No,
that
you're
in
not
there.
allergic to that either. Will you help me stir? It smells good again, doesn't it? Okay, Daddy needs some more help. Can you
Here,
help
buddy.
Daddy?
Now these are pecans. You can use any nut you like, or you can take the nuts out
If you're
if
allergic.
there's an allergy. Or this is all about your preference too.
Okay, so what just went in was toasted sesame seeds, and now what do we have?
Sesame seeds and sunflower seeds.
seeds.
You want to mix that up for me? Just stir it real nice.
Serious stirring.
So the only thing we haven't added is the raisins, and we're gonna add that after we bake it. We'll just fold it in.
Okay.
Okay, then we'll take this mixture here that's warmed up, and we're just gonna take this and pour it over. Okay, Elliot, you stir. Will you stir
Will
the
you
granola
stir
for
it? We
me?
need you to. Oh, thank you for helping.
And I think the fun thing with this is it's something you can make with the kiddos on the weekend, and then it's something you have for breakfast during the week when you might have less time in the morning. Bust open some nice yogurt and pop this on. It's really good and it's ready to go.
We're going to heat up the oven to what temperature, Chef?
It's just 200 degrees, a nice.
Oh, a low oven.
You just
Okay.
want to kind of dry it out a little bit, but I think when you guys will taste it, you'll see the granola still has a little bit of moisture in it, which is nice. A lot of the grocery store granola is going to be real low in moisture for packaging, so this is nice. It's still chewy and.
It is chewy. And do you put parchment paper down first?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. And do you need to stir it while it's cooking?
Yeah, you cook it for about 20 minutes or so, and then you'll
Set
take
your
it out.
timer. If you're like me, you'll forget.
And your edges are gonna obviously cook faster, so just kind of remix it, and then 20 more minutes, and it's done. So this is what it looks
40
like.
minutes.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just everything's nicely coated. And we're just gonna go onto a sheet pan.
I'm gonna slide the sheet pan over here. Okay, helping Daddy hold this is heavy. Please.
Just spread it out
And into the oven.
into a 200-degree oven.
Okay.
We'll make your thing.
First.
And that's, I mean, it's really simple. I know granola seems like an intimidating thing, but
That was simple
it's
enough.
really easy.
I'm Bonnie Rabikoff, and we are in the kitchen at the cooking studio at Whole Foods. Again, launching a series, Cooking with Kids, to promote healthy lifestyle and healthy choices with our families. To do this cooking demonstration, we have executive chef Josh Eads. He is the chef at Burgers, and he has a very special helper, his 4-year-old son Elliot, who actually does cook with him in the kitchen.
Yep.
All right, Elliot, are you ready to help Daddy? We're going to make a breakfast burrito. Chef?
Okay, so this is pretty quick and easy. Just get your pan.
A theme here: quick, easy, and nutritious.
And delicious.
And delicious.
Just a little bit of canola oil, just enough to kind of. Oh, I remember you. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We
no,
just
you're going to be helping
just
us so much.
coat the bottom. Now, Elliot,
Okay.
put this ham in for me.
The pan's hot,
Just be careful. There you go.
and that's
We just want to just cook that just for a second, okay? So will you put the beans in for me? Careful, the pan's hot, but throw those right in. There you go. We're just gonna warm those for a second. Elliot, let's do the onion next. See that green onion?
really involved with it.
Put the onion in, and then put the tomato in for me. Nice job.
I'm allergic to it.
You're allergic to tomato?
Maybe not just yet.
Okay. So we're just gonna cook this together.
Oh, it's already starting to smell yummy.
It's got nice, pretty color, and we got the ham in there, but we're just gonna do a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Yeah, now you can stir up that
Gotta
egg.
tell you about the egg. Elliot
There you
is
go.
just an egg man.
So Elliot's mixing up the egg here. Will you pour the egg in there for me, buddy? Great
Ooh,
job.
that smells good.
Great job. Pour it in.
Okay, so it's sort of like a little bit of an omelet-ish. Sort
Yep.
of tying it all together. Now what's that?
Pepper jack cheese.
Yum.
Gonna go cheese on the top. And we have some whole wheat tortillas. And then usually what we do at home is this is enough for 2 good-sized burritos. So we'll just kind of come in there,
Yes.
cut that in half, portion it out.
And you know your children can, again, help with the selection of some of the fillings here, which engages them in cooking with kids.
He wants some hot sauce, so we're gonna put a little bit of hot sauce in there.
Yum.
Oh, just a little
Okay.
bit. There you go,
Now,
right on
just
there.
a little bit, because a little goes a long way.
There you go. That's
Yum.
good. That's good. There you
Okay,
go.
watch what Daddy's doing.
Then we fold it once. Will you help me fold it over?
Will you help Daddy?
Fold it over. There you go.
This
And
one
now,
on
do
me.
these go into the oven?
No, they're ready.
They're ready.
Just pick it up and eat it.
You helped make this painting. You were very busy and you did a great job, and now you need to taste the taste this and tell us what you're thinking about it. It tastes good. Are you tasting the blueberries? Isn't that yummy? Do you believe you helped make that? Would you be willing to go home and help your mommy make this at home? You would? Well, thank you for working so hard. Here's the rest of your candy. Your work is not done. Here you've spent all this time making this dish. It's gone in the oven. The adults have cut it. Now you need to taste it and tell us what you're tasting. Pizza for breakfast. You've always wanted pizza for breakfast.
You can't go wrong with that,
And
man.
now you have pizza for breakfast.
That is so good.
Yes! Yes!
Good, you guys, dude. That is so good, and you would eat that for breakfast, wouldn't you?
Right? What about you,
And
Keegan?
Mom and Dad and your brother Jeff could help. Keegan, would you eat that for breakfast? Would you help Mommy make this for breakfast? You could do this on a Saturday and nothing flat. So good.
Thank you. Thank you. That's awesome.
Thank you very much. Okay, Elliot, you helped to make this, and Daddy put on some yogurt, and then you put on some maple syrup. Would you like to taste of that? And then tell us.
You have to tell him what you think. If you like.
So it's really yummy. You loved it. Okay.
You're
Well,
the best.
thank you for helping and thank you for tasting.
For Mommy.
That's okay. That one's for Mommy.
Take
This
a nice
one's for
bite.
you. Take a big bite. Yum. Oh, yum. Thank you for being such a wonderful helper. We appreciate it. I don't think we could have done it without you.